All right, welcome to it, everybody. It's your host, DJ Sparks, broadcasting live from the all-new Dragon Fire Studio. And once again, this is the show that we talk about that Monday. Yes, sir. Welcome to Strictly Business with your host, James Wilson. What's going on, man?
Hey, not a whole lot, man. Doing good, doing great. Know, and getting it done. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm excited about how things are going, man. We're gonna be debuting some brand new music videos on your show today and all kinds of stuff, man.
That's great, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. It's all good, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So let's do a recap of what we kind of talked about last week as far as the money issues and stuff that we went over, you know what I'm saying, and how you get all that good business credit and all that good stuff.
Totally.
And then we'll get into the meat of this week's show.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's perfect. Really what we talked about last week was really first step one, right? The first step in building business credit, which is building your business credibility, right? So we talked about getting that business address, getting a business phone number, you know, just all those things we talked about last week about building business credit. And this week, what we're going to talk about is going to be step two.
Okay.
We're going to move on to step two for those individuals out there, and once again, that are looking to either get into business and start their own business, or for folks that are already in business today and want to build business credit. Because business credit, once again, is something 90% of business owners don't even know is available out there.
Absolutely.
And then once again, business credit that we help our clients with is going to be credit that you're going to be building underneath your EIN number of your business, not your social security number. So once again, keeping things totally separate, personal and business.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, we actually have a number that you guys can actually call in on as well. If you want to ask questions or if you just want to call and just rag me. But the number is 720-708-4189. That's 720-708-4189. A brand new line that you can call in and you can ask questions here on the show. And also, you know, just anything that you might want to know, we can definitely hit you up. And we'll be having probably some guest speakers on through the phone lines, and also we'll probably have some guest speakers in house as well to talk about financial gains and issues and things that we talk about here on this show. All right, let's get to step two.
All right, great. So really step two is monitoring your business credit reports. All right, so that's going to be very, very important because as you start to really establish and build business credit, you're going to want to know what's out there, what's being reported, and really when to take the next steps in terms of applying for different vendors, and when you're going to know that you're going to be applying for, the different accounts that you're going to be wanting to look for and when to look for them. So once again, I talked about it before, the biggest mistake a lot of clients do is they go from first grade to sixth grade. They go from, building their business credibility and doing a great job and keeping everything exactly the way it's supposed to be. And then they decide they want to go ahead and try to apply for a Staples card, right? And not use their social security number, and they're going to get declined automatically because they don't have any business credit bill. Okay. So the very first thing in step two, and what most people have either heard about as well, is going to be Dun & Bradstreet. So you're going to want to keep in mind when you're establishing your business credit reports, right? You're going to have the three business entities, which are going to be the number one largest one out there is going to be Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, and you're going to want to get what they call a DUNS number from Dun & Bradstreet. You're also going to look at Business Experian and Business Equifax. Okay, so those are going to be the three the major business credit reporting agencies out there. Okay, so when I talk to a lot of my clients, they built their business credibility the exact way it's supposed to be built, so that they won't draw any red flags, things of that nature when they're out there applying for credit. The next thing they want to do is go ahead and establish that business credit report and that Dun & Bradstreet number. It's called a DUNS number. Okay, and with that, so that's going to be the first thing you want to do. So a lot of people always ask me, how is it created? How do I create a Dun & Bradstreet number? Okay, so there's really the way you're going to create that is you're going to go on to Dun & Bradstreet. You're going to be looking at dnb.com. The letter D, the letter D, the letter N, and the letter B, dnb.com. StricklyBusiness.com. That's going to take you over to Dun & Bradstreet. And with that, you'll be able to go ahead and apply. And we're going to talk a little bit about applying for your DUNS number today as well.
Okay.
So for the individuals out there that have established their business, that don't have a Dun & Bradstreet number, this is going to be great. Okay. So we'll talk a little bit about that. So a lot of people ask me, well, what is a DUNS number? What is it used for? Really, it's a 9-digit number that's going to identify your business credit profile with Dun & Bradstreet.
Okay.
So the thing that a lot of people get mixed up with as well is they think about, my EIN number.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Does that take the place of the EIN?
No, it does not.
Okay.
And that's a great question. I know that's a question out there that a lot of people may or may not have as well. Is once you, in terms of building business credibility, you're going to get that EIN number from the IRS.gov website, right? Free to get that number as well.
Okay.
And when you do that, that's your social security number, right, for your business. Just like you have a social security number for you personally. Okay? So what happens is with a Dun & Bradstreet number, that number identifies your company with Dun & Bradstreet and Dun & Bradstreet only.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why it's important. In order for you to build a Dun & Bradstreet report, you need to have a number with them.
Okay.
Because that's going to be one thing when you start going out here looking for vendors to really start establishing credit for your business. They're going to ask you, what's your DUNS number?
Yeah.
And if you don't know it, now you're lost, right?
Absolutely.
So this is just kind of, once again, step 2 is really establishing those business credit reports. Okay. So you're going to do that. A lot of individuals ask me, well, how do I apply for a Dun & Bradstreet number?
Yeah.
So once again, you're going to go to DNB, those letters.com,
Okay.
and you're going to have 2 options. Okay, you're either going to go ahead and sign up online and get a free DUNS number.
Okay.
Once again, I really try to make sure clients of mine know what's free, right?
Yeah.
What's out there, and don't pay for this if you don't have to, and things of that nature.
Absolutely.
So applying for your Dun & Bradstreet number. If you go to dnb.com, you'll go ahead and hit the apply button, and you can get your free DUNS number that way by filling out the application online.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
The second one, and the second way that you can get a DUNS number is actually purchasing Dun & Bradstreet or DNB monitoring, Dun & Bradstreet monitoring. There's different fees. You can take a look on their website at what their fees are. That sometimes will get it quicker for you.
Okay.
When I first registered my business and I was registering to get my Dun & Bradstreet number, it took about a month to get that.
Okay.
Okay. They have a lot of high pressure sales individuals, great company, and they're trying to sell their products. So they're going to really, when you talk to them, you're going to get a phone call. And they're going to say, hey, we're with Dun & Bradstreet. Looks like you went ahead and got a new DUNS number. That's great. You applied for it. It's going to take a little while. It can take up to a month or 2 months. And they're going to really kind of talk you possibly into paying them around $50 where you can get the number a little bit quicker. Within a matter of days, within a matter of weeks.
Gotcha.
So these are things, once again, with Dun & Bradstreet. I try to give that information. I have clients that sign up to their monitoring, services. That might cost a couple $100, or up to $1,000, up to $1,200 as well, to be honest with you. And that allows you to do different things to build that score and that credit, what they call paydex. Your paydex score with Dun & Bradstreet a little quicker. If you're patient and you have a month to wait, this is the way to do it for free.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so that's the first thing you're going to want to do, and that's how you're going to apply for your DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet. Either go directly to their website, or you can actually sign up on their website for their monitoring service, and that's going to activate the number for you as well.
All right.
Okay, so what I would always say for any company, really in any state in the U.S., go to Dun & Bradstreet and search and see if your business actually shows up on their website.
Okay.
This is something really key as well. If you go in there and your company is XYZ, company, whatever, LLC.
Yeah.
Right. If you go in there and you type that information in, they're really only going to want the name of your company and then the state that you're operating out of.
Okay.
So you can type in Advanced Credit Group. You can hit Colorado. Go ahead and search, and my information is going to pop up.
Okay.
Now, what's going to happen is if you have not established a DUNS number, they're going to establish a profile. I'm saying the 2 different things here, right? A profile with Dun & Bradstreet. So if you just started up a business and you did not register to get a DUNS number, you can probably find your business still on the Dun & Bradstreet DNB website. Okay. But it's going to have possibly the wrong information in there. And that's what you don't want. Right? So we talk about building your business credibly. And with that, having everything in order, being your name, your business, your exact business address, and things of that nature. So if you were to set up a Dun & Bradstreet number and they have the wrong information, things aren't going to be reported correctly.
Yeah.
So once again, this is all about monitoring your accounts, just like you would personally.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to look and see, okay, oh, it looks my credit score changed. What happened? Oh, the new credit card I applied for and was approved for, it's now showing up. Now it's stating that I made payments on time for the last 5 months.
Yeah, I got you.
That's the important part, and that's exactly how you're building business credit.
Okay.
These different vendors that you're going to get accounts with, right? These trade accounts, trade lines with, they're going to report. And Dun & Bradstreet is the largest business credit reporting agency in the world.
Yeah.
Okay?
Gotcha.
So you're definitely going to want to make sure that the information that's on their website is correct.
Correct.
Yeah, it's correct, it's credible,
Yeah.
so that when you open up these accounts, everything's being reported. If your address with the vendor is different than what they're reporting with Dun & Bradstreet, it won't connect. And so you can keep building as many accounts as you want to that are reported to Dun & Bradstreet, but if it's not the same exact information, then it's not going to report, and you're not really going to be getting any credit. Once again, your paydex score is what Dun & Bradstreet sends out there, just like our FICO scores, things like that. Dun & Bradstreet is going to have a paydex score, is what they call it.
Gotcha.
And that's going to go from 0 to 100 with a score of 80 with their paydex score, being that you paid everything on time.
Okay.
Okay, so if it starts to drop below 80, or if you make some late payments on these accounts, they're going to report late payments, things of that nature. So once again, you want to make sure that information with the Secretary of State, information with Dun & Bradstreet is all the same, identically the same.
Okay.
Okay.
Down to the letter.
down to the period. If you
Yeah.
have any periods in there as well. And so once again, it's typically going to take about a month. I would say a month for you to get that DUNS number once you go online and once you go ahead and apply for it, and you have that number in hand. Once again, if you want to pay for some of their monitoring services, it could come up a little bit quicker.
Okay.
You're going to get an email with that saying, here's your DUNS number, and you're going to want to keep that. The software that my company provides our clients, you actually have it all in the profile there. You can add that Dun & Bradstreet number in there. It's always there. At the snap of your fingers, if you're opening an account, you can see all your information in there because they're going to be asking for that information.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, a lot of folks also ask, tips on, when applying for your free Dun & Bradstreet number, right? So once again, I mentioned it, you're going to want your correct business information. So important to make sure the business name, address, phone number, all their information is correct on your business credit report. Okay, that's going to be very, very key. Because once again, this information is shared between companies. Okay. Next thing you want to make sure that you're ready for is you want to be prepared for to answer any kind of verification questions that they may ask you. So when you're getting your accounts and you're registering for your Dun & Bradstreet number, they're going to start asking you personal accounts, just not about your business, but they're going to want to know about you as well. Okay, they're not going to ask for your social security number, things like that, but they're going to want to ask questions about the business owner.
Okay.
Okay, so you just want to make sure that you're prepared to answer any questions when you're setting that number up. And the next one is any issues with Dun & Bradstreet as well. You can fix on their website. It's called iUpdate, the letter I as in Ice Cube, right? Update.com is where you're going to go to actually update any kind of information that may not be reported correctly on Dun & Bradstreet's website. Okay.
All right.
And so we'll talk about a little bit here as well. We'll talk about really going online and registering with Dun & Bradstreet. And I'm mentioning Dun & Bradstreet first because that's the only one of the 3 business reporting agencies that you need to go on in terms of getting and registering for a number. Okay. So the other 2 being Business Experian and Business Equifax. The only thing that you need to really do is just visit their website. So if you go on to Google and you Google Business Experian or Experian Business, either way, it's going to come up their website. You're going to click on that same exact thing. You're going to enter in your business name and really just your state. And that information should come up automatically. What a lot of people are going to notice is that might come up as your home number. I'm sorry, your home address. I apologize.
Okay.
With your home address. So if that happens, once again, you're not going to correct information on Business Experian or Business Equifax website. Once again, just Google either one of those. type in the name of your business, put your state in there, and it's going to pull your company up if you're registered with the state of Colorado, for instance. Okay. Whatever Secretary of State you're registered with. But once you do that as well, you're going to see information may not look correct. Mm-hmm. Nothing to worry about with Business Experian, Business Equifax, that the information on there is not the way that it is for your business. When you open up trade lines with these vendors and they start to report to Experian, Business Equifax, that information is automatically updated.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so keep that in mind as well. A lot of people kind of freak out when they go to these websites, and I pull it up right in front of my clients as well and say, let's take a look and see if there's, if it's in there. If you see something to the right of it that says trade lines, that means you actually have trade lines that are reporting business credit to Business Experian and Business Equifax. That's the only really free way you're going to know if you have trade lines that are reporting to those entities, besides going on the website there and actually purchasing any of their monitoring tools, things of that nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for those of you just tuning in right now, you are watching and listening to Strictly Business with your hosts, James Wilson and DJ Sparks, right here at Dragonfire Studios and Sparks Radio. All right, so you want to take a break right now?
Let's take a break real quick. Let's see these videos, man. I know we're debuting a few videos.
Oh, yeah, we're debuting a few videos
which is gonna be
tonight.
Great.
Yeah, we're doing Amar from Tony. His brand new video that we're debuting today is going to be called By My Side.
Grew up on Tony. Grew up on him.
Oh, yeah, man. Me too.
Man.
Ain't never rains on the, Southern California? What?
Anniversary. Everybody loves that one. Oh,
yeah, man. I mean, timeless hits. They were here. Last year I got a chance to go backstage with them. Meet them, take some photos and everything, which we'll put those photos up as well, so you guys can see. Got a chance to hang out with Dwayne and Amar and the other members of Tony. The only thing, Raphael Sadiq wasn't there, because he's big time now. He does all the background stuff for the Grammys and all that stuff like that. Okay. So he's not currently with the group, but he's still friends and everything with him. And he's friends with me as well on Twitter. Raphael Sadiq, shout out. You know what I'm saying? So he keeps in contact with me as well, and we'll probably have him on my show coming up pretty soon. Do an interview to see what he's up to nowadays. But yeah, let's get into that. And then also we got some more videos as well. We got Lenny Harrell that we're going to be debuting his promo video for his brand new song, Blow Your Mind. And that one is unreal, from the album Cosmic that's getting ready to come out. And Lenny Harrell is from Blackstreet, as you all know, going out doing a solo thing. And we got a promo video coming up for his album as well. And then we got Michael Jeffries with a brand new video as well called Summer Breeze.
I remember Michael Jeffries.
Yeah, with Cool Millions. Yeah, man, that's going to be awesome. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to definitely get into that one. And that one that nobody's seen, it's going to be the first time debuted here on your show.
Strictly Business.
That's right. Strictly Business, baby. That's what we all about. Strictly Business. So, I'm going to let Dan the Man do his thing. And let's get into the first video. We're going to get into that Michael Jeffries first, man. We're going to do that Cool Millions and that Cool Breeze right here by Michael Jeffries. And then we'll get back with some more videos and some more talk right here on the show that's talking all about money. Strictly Business with your host, DJ Sparks and James Wilson.
What's up? You can look all you want. That's mine. Turn up. In just a minute, she can win it. She gonna shoot you with her smile. She cloudy day for us, 'cause I got my love. It's a better day. Hey, don't you know I'm mad about glad about my girl. I need a little smile today, just enough to get me on my way. Just a little kiss and a hug. Oh yeah, they gon' know about us. That's my girl, she's named Summer. Yeah. Summer breeze, so cute, you kidding me, baby. That's my girl, she's named Summer. Oh yeah, summer breeze, so good to me now. Hey, that's my girl, she's named Summer. Summer breeze, so good to me now. That's my girl, she's named Summer. Oh yeah, summer breeze, so good to me now. Hey, she be working with it, the girl can't quit it. Hey, what would you do if you had her? Just admit it, 'cause she's all the way, yeah. Just the truth needs you by my love. Just a little kiss and a hug. And I don't care what they say about my, I don't care what they say about my, I got Summer and she's so fine. I don't care what they say, 'cause they gon' know about her. That's my girl, she's named Summer. Summer breeze, so good to me now. That's my girl, she's named Summer. She's my baby. Summer breeze, so good to me now. Hey, that's my girl, she's named Summer. Oh yeah, summer breeze, baby. Ooh, that's my girl, she's named Summer. Oh yeah, summer breeze, so good to me now. Hey. Her heart, that's why she's my girl. Ooh, and I don't care what they say about my baby. Those lips, her lips, that smile, she's my girl. Ooh, and they gon' know about. That's my girl, she's named Summer. Oh yeah, summer breeze, too cute, you killing me, baby. That's my girl, she's named Summer. Summer breeze, so sweet to midnight. Shabba dabba doo 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 da doo da doo. So fine, so fine, so fine now, baby. Hey, hey, you know the girl can't quit it. Shabba dabba doo 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 da. Hey, no, it's just the true nature about her. Summer breezy, so good to me now. Summer breezy, so good to me now. Summer breezy, so good to me now. And the dreaming, 'cause nothing should feel this good. Yeah. Out of your body screaming. You ain't never had it so good. No, you give your body, all your body to mine.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is your host, DJ Sparks, right here on the show that we talk about nothing but that cash flow that we can put in your pocket. F your business, you know, and we want to give a shout out also to a business that is sponsoring our Dragonfire Studios here, and we want to give out to Coco Fit Club right there. So log on to CocoFitClub.com. We definitely appreciate the guys over there for sponsoring Dragonfire Studios right here with Sparks Radio. And we have the show that we talk about money once again with your host, James Wilson, and myself. And so, James, man, got a couple of debuted videos there. Michael Jeffries with a Cool Breeze, and we had the promo video for Lenny Harriman. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
you know,
no, that's great, man.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a lot of those guys' names for a long time.
Yeah, especially Michael Jeffries, man. That was back in 1980, early 80s.
Yeah. I'm probably not as old as that.
Yeah. I'm dating myself.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do remember him, and of course, Tony, man.
Yeah.
That's great stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't think Dan was even born in that era. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think Dan popped up in 2000.
Just got his license.
I know, right? Just got off the Similac. Yeah. But yeah, we definitely appreciate those artists for as well for giving us the opportunity to debut their videos. If you're an artist out there and you want to debut your video on this show as well, get in contact with us. Information will be up on our YouTube page, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. All right, James, let's get back into it, man. Let's talk about this money.
Yeah, so we've been talking about really establishing a DUNS number, right, with Dun & Bradstreet. We talked, I'm just going to take a quick step back, and we talked about taking a look at Business Equifax, Business Experian, and making sure that your company is showing up on their website. The information, once again, may not be correct, but there's not really a way to really correct that information on Business Experian and Business Equifax. When you start to open different trade lines with these vendors that report to them, they will automatically update the information. Okay. So just keep that in mind.
So let me ask a question here. So DUNS number is very important for the fact that it is going to help you establish your credibility with these other vendors.
No. So your DUNS number is specifically and only used with Dun & Bradstreet. Okay. So your EIN number, which you get from the IRS, is like your social. You carry that with everywhere you go.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like getting a new credit card, and you're gonna have a credit card number.
Gotcha. Well,
Visa is gonna recognize you from that credit card number.
Gotcha.
That's what Dun & Bradstreet is. Basically.
Oh, okay.
Your DUNS number, I should say, is specifically the way that that these vendors are going to report credit back to Dun & Bradstreet.
Oh, okay.
So credit's not reported on your EIN number.
Okay.
That's the key. And that's, you know, I get
so it separates, the DUNS number separates that from the EIN, is what you're saying?
Yeah, your EIN number is going to totally be separated. It's you have to legally, you have to get an EIN number for your business if you're in business in the United States, right?
Gotcha.
But your DUNS number is specific to Dun & Bradstreet. So just say, for instance, you open up an account, and I always use those vendors, right? Those starter vendors is what I call them, with Quill, Granger, and Uline.
Yeah.
Okay, so Uline, for instance, is going to report to Dun & Bradstreet.
Gotcha.
So I've talked to so many clients, man, all the time that they say, hey, I have a Uline account.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's fantastic. You know, is it reporting? And they're like, what do you mean is it reporting? They don't know. And the other thing about it is, you know, for example, with Uline, if you open an account with them, if it's not a net 30 type of account, it's not going to report business credit.
Okay.
That's key. That's huge right there.
Yeah.
So I've talked to clients that actually have a Uline account open, and they purchase products from Uline for their business, and they pay it with a credit card at the end. Okay, of the transaction, as you would on any other website. Okay. Well, if you're doing that, they're not reporting business credit. They're not reporting your payments on time to Dun & Bradstreet, for example. So you're not building business credit.
So you're doing all that for nothing.
Well, you're doing it for your business, right? You're getting it, but if you're specifically looking to build business credit and get the type of financing that we're able to get for our clients, once we have these profiles built up the right way, you're not going to get credit for them. So I have a lot of clients that we say, well, let's take a look at your website really quick. Or not your website. Let's take a look at Uline. Let's log in. We log in really quickly. They take a look, and I say, okay, well, how do you check out? Oh, I just hit the checkout button when I get all the product I want, and I go ahead and hit checkout and make the purchase with the credit card.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I said, oh wait, you don't have any kind of net 30 type of account set up with them? No, what is that? And so we talk to them about that, because that is the key thing when you're starting up with these vendors. You need to make sure that they are reporting business credit back to, say, Dun & Bradstreet.
Okay, and explain to the people out there who may not know, what is net 30? What do you mean by when you say net 30?
So net 30, all that means is basically you're going to have, you purchase something today, they're going to give you 30 days to pay that back in full.
Oh,
okay, so you can't, if you spend $100 on, say, Uline, for example, you're just say Quill, let's change it up a little bit. You spend $100 with Quill, you get to the end of the cart, the shopping cart online, right? And you should have a net 30 account. If you don't, then you need to call these companies and say, hey, it looks like I have an account with you, but it's not a net 30 account. Can you transfer that into it? And it's usually never a problem. You're like, okay, yeah, we can do that. And so basically what they're giving you is they're giving you 30 days in credit, okay, for you to pay. Now the key thing, and I always have to really hammer it into a lot of clients I speak to, is always pay your bills on time. Right? So even when it comes to building business credit, very, very important. You purchase something from Granger, Uline, Quill, for example, these starter vendors, on the very first day of the month. Okay, they're going to give you 30 days, so you have to the end of the month to pay. You really, if you pay too soon, they don't have anything to report back to the credit reporting agencies, the bureaus here. Okay? So you don't want to, get your invoice in a week and pay that invoice immediately. No. Let it hang out there for a while. Put a sticky note, put it on your calendar, something, so that put it in your phone to make sure that you're paying that within 30 days. And I usually recommend paying it really within about 21 to 25 days.
So it should be able to establish some credit.
Yeah, because once you make that payment in full, so that $100 that you went ahead and checked out with on net 30, right? That means they're going to give you credit for 30 days. And after 30 days, if you pay it late after 30 days, that also will be reported back to the credit bureaus.
Wow. Okay,
so it'd be what they call beyond terms.
Okay, so you can't come to them and say, hey, I ain't got but $75. Can I get you 25? The next week or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You can pay them that, but you have not paid your account in full, and they're going to then report back to these bureaus that you are 3 days late, 2 weeks late, 30 days late. And that's going to drive that paydex score down. And then when you start to apply for different vendors for future credit, they're going to take a look at they look at these companies, talk to one another. So they're going to look at Dun & Bradstreet because they're the largest company out there that reports business credit. So they're going to take a look at Dun & Bradstreet. They're going to say, well, wait a minute, your credit score at Dun & Bradstreet's a 40, and it's going to say, hey, you're high risk. And when you go out there to apply, they're going to say, we don't want to approve you for a net 30 account because you haven't shown the ability to pay on time. And to pay back these terms. So it's just like a credit card, right? But it's different than a credit card that's a revolving credit card that you can carry over a limit, right? You spend $100, you have $25, and that's all you have, and you pay the $25. Well, next month you're going to be paying the remainder, $75 plus any interest, of course, that type of nature. So with net 30, you don't have that ability, but it does still help a lot of companies that may not have the funds now. Maybe I need to spend $1,000 to get all this product to sell, or to work in terms of my business, my products, my services, and now I'm getting paid for my clients. Now I'm paying it back.
Gotcha.
And that's at no interest. Those net 30 accounts as well. They have a great question about that. I get that all the time on what net 30 accounts are. So that's a great question.
All right, appreciate that.
Yeah. So just really quick. So when you're establishing your DUNS number, once again, you're going to go to dnb.com, right? And you're going to go on there. And this is if you don't have a DUNS number. Once again, you can check to see if your business is registered with Dun & Bradstreet and if anything shows up there. If nothing shows up there, then you're going to want to click on what's called Get a DUNS Number.
Okay.
I believe at the top of the website there, it's a really easy link. You click it, it does a search. If it doesn't find you, it's another button. and it says get your free DUNS number.
Okay.
Click on that. It's going to ask you some information if you're affiliated with any government contractors, things of that nature. Typically, most individuals I speak to are going to be no. You're going to click no. And then now it's going to ask you to enter in your business name, your business address, things of that nature. What I always recommend when you're doing this as well, make sure that you either have it printed out or you have it on the screen in front of you, information from the Secretary of State that you registered your business with.
Gotcha.
So for instance, in Colorado, I'm going to make sure that all my information, because remember that's in step one,
Yep.
is setting it up business credibility and making sure it's set up the correct way and everything is exactly the way you want to have it with the Colorado Secretary of State. Because all these entities are really coming together. They're speaking to each other and not necessarily verbally like you and I are talking, but the computers are talking to each other.
Yeah.
And they're trying to link up information. If information is not connecting correctly, then they're missing each other. And you don't want that. You want, when you open an account, a trade line with these different starter vendors or any vendors out there, and they're reporting to these entities, you want to make sure they truly are reporting.
Absolutely.
A lot of people that, we have software that we offer our clients that actually helps them monitor their credit when it comes to Dun & Bradstreet and when it comes to business experience. You actually can go on there and you can see your actual score for your paydex score when it comes to the Dun & Bradstreet and your IntelliScore when it comes to business experience. So those two, but it also shows you the number of trade lines that are reporting to each. So we take a lot of the guessing out of the game. So a lot of clients that aren't signed up with our software and what we offer on our business side to our clients, they're just guessing. They're out there saying, I heard James say that I can open a Quill account. And I love giving out this information because I want people to be knowledgeable. I want them to be, have these weapons in their pocket to be able to use them. But they'll say, well, you know what? We don't really want to sign up with your company at the moment. Now we can do this ourselves. So they go on to Quill, or Granger, Uline. They sign up with these accounts. They get the Net 30 account, like I'm telling them to do. But now they don't have this set up. They're going to have your Dun & Bradstreet set up before you even reach out to them because they're going to ask you for it.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a way to monitor that, you don't know if these vendors are actually reporting and when they're reporting because now, once again, first grade, right? You need to make sure that you're monitoring these accounts to see if they're showing up. And now if they're showing up, you can say, hey, wait a minute, okay, I showed 3 accounts of Dun & Bradstreet. My paydex score is 80 because I pay everything on time. I pay it ahead of time. Great, I'm looking good. Now let me go to second grade. And now let me start going for these larger accounts, maybe some of these gas cards that we're able to get our clients for $6,000, $10,000 gas cards that they can use for their business. Truckers love it.
Yeah.
They love it. They need gas all the time. They need maintenance on their vehicles. They need tires. You can use these cards. Once again, not on your social, on your personal credit card. You're using it like Pilot Flying J is one. Right? But you have to take these certain steps and you need to make sure that you're monitoring your business credit so you know when. And that's what we help our clients out with. We tell them, okay, what's going on here? We're monitoring this. This is reporting. Okay, now you can go here. Now it's safe to go to second grade because you're knowledgeable now and you have these accounts reporting. If you're not monitoring your accounts and you don't know what's reporting, now you're just guessing.
Yeah.
And you're going to second grade. You're like, wait a minute, I'm not showing anything that you've done in first grade. A simple example, and the like. And so as you're building your business credit and these different, and you're monitoring these accounts, and once again, we have software that we have very, very inexpensive, $24 a month is what it costs on our software, but it lets you know exactly where you stand in these reporting agencies. So you know exactly what. So it's very, very key. So as you're going through there once again, and you're getting that free DUNS number, your business name, information, once again, have the Colorado Secretary of State or whatever state you're registered in up in front of you. So you can highlight that information, you can copy, you can paste it, but you're making sure that all that information is exactly the same there itself.
All right.
They are going to ask you once again for your individual information. You're going to ask for your individual address. I'd say individual, but your personal address. Your mobile phone number for identification purposes. So that's what I was saying. You really want to make sure you're prepared for that as well.
All right.
Next, they're going to start asking you about information about what they call a SIC or a SIC code. That's your standard industrial classification code. Okay, it's going to tell businesses out there what category you're in. If you remember, might have been our first show or maybe our second show, we talked about, I'm not sure which one, but we talked about like restricted industries, right? We talked about restricted or high risk industries.
Yeah.
That's how they find out. They don't say, hey, Sparks Radio, oh, you're high risk industry. They know that by going to these different reporting companies and seeing what your SIC, SIC code is. Okay. And that's going to categorize you and put you in a certain category. So be very, very aware of that as well when you're setting up your Dun & Bradstreet number. If you aren't sure what that number should be, there's keywords you can do to search for a certain code. So if you're doing business consulting that I do, I'm going to look in there and you're going to see some business management, business consulting. You're going to have a bunch of business stuff in there. And then you can kind of choose what you think, applies to your business itself. Okay. Pretty simple. And then once you've applied for your DUNS number and the profile has been created, once again, it's going to take really a couple weeks, plan on a month for you to get that DUNS number back over to you. And that's what you're going to use when you start to open up, once again, these trade line accounts. They're going to ask you what's your DUNS number. And it looks professional. When you have it, they ask you for something. Hey, my number's 86, and you're riddling off this 9-digit number. It makes it look good for you. It makes it look, you're not guessing that, oh, I don't have that. What is that? The last thing you want to do is open an account and somebody says, what's your DUNS number? You say, what is that? They're like, oh, this guy isn't in business. And decline, right? Kind of deal. So the last thing really quick as well is just make sure when you do get your Dun & Bradstreet and DUNS number, they're going to have salespeople that are going to call you. They're going to really make it seem like, you need to sign up with them. They're that good when they talk to you. And once again, they do have a business builder program where they do give you, I believe it's 5 trade lines that you can dump in there. Once you open a trade line up, say with Uline, you can let Dun & Bradstreet know and say, hey, I have an account with Uline. Here's the information, and they'll plug it in there for you. They won't just create trade lines for you. Once again, you have to do the work. You have to go to these different companies. We have a list of over, I believe it's over 200 companies that we offer business credit. So we take the whole guessing game out of the game. Right? So we tell you when to apply with whom, when to do this, when to do that, and just kind of really giving you that guidance with my back office support, service and support that we have itself.
All right.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it about that.
Sweet. All right, man. All right, so guys, thank you so much once again for tuning in. This show is extremely popular, going viral in a hurry. So thank you guys for making that happen. I guess if you talk about money, people want to know about that.
It's so funny. I was talking to a client actually on my way over to the studio. And she called. We were talking a little bit about just business in general. And we were just talking about business. And then the whole thing was that the things that I'm showing her and that we're talking about are things that she's never heard of in her life, and she's been in business for over 5 years. And so she brings those things up. So that's the type of information I like to share. It's just this, because once again, I mentioned before, 90% of business owners don't know what business credit is. They don't know how to establish business credit. And they go around and they go the wrong way with it. And it's something that can come back and bite you big time in the butt in the long run. Once you've been established as a business for a long time. I used to be a business banker, as I mentioned. Dun & Bradstreet and having your DUNS number is something that we looked at. And so not just besides the personal credit of all the individuals that were applying for the financing that had 20% ownership of the company or better, but we asked you what's your DUNS number. And if you didn't know it, that's fine. We were searching for it. Because it's going to have information on there that underwriters and lenders out there are going to look at to make their credit decision.
Okay. See, I didn't know that either, and a lot of people out there did not know that as well. So that's the reason why we have this show, folks.
Reach out. Once again, I always like to give out my information, but toll free. The Advanced Credit Group is 855-357-3336. You can always email me at james@advancedcreditgroup.com. And feel free to jump on my website as well, advancedcreditgroup.com, and there's a form there you can fill out for free consultation. I can give you a call if you have a quick question that you don't want to post online or even maybe even talk about over the phone. Give me a call, send me an email, ask me, even if you think it's a simple question, I'm telling you it'll go a long ways.
All right. Well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in, and thank you, James, for your insight on how to help us make some money and help a lot of businesses out there to make some money. And businesses, if you want to advertise on this show, get in contact with us. Once again, there's information on our YouTube page. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sparks Radio Network. And then on this particular video here, there'll be information on how you can get your business on this particular show for advertisement, or right there on the back of the board that you see right behind me here. And big shout out to Coco Flick Club for donating the sign there for us and being able to sponsor the show in Dragonfire Studios. So we thank you to Coco Fit Club. Make sure you guys go there and get yourself fit.
Right.
All right. And then I want to thank you also to Lenny Harrell. I want to thank to Michael Jeffries. I also want to thank to Tony and their lead singer Amar. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to have the permission to utilize your videos for our particular segments here tonight. All right, so let's get into that Amar from Tony. Here's his brand new song, By My Side, right here on Sparks Radio, broadcasting live from the all-new Dragonfire Studios. And thank you guys for watching Strictly Business with your host, James Wilson and DJ Sparks. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.